So let's start the game proper. So far as I understood, there are no difficulty levels, only one. Frosty, welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vandenberg. Oakmont is steeped in tradition. Yeah, I couldn't finish. Whatever, let's go. I absolutely don't remember what's happening, but I'm sure it's Brad. It's sick. Let's watch it. Ooh. The crazes are getting to him. Is he doing astral projection? Why the delay, I wonder? Oh. What the... That's scary. Ooh. Where did you fall, man? What was that? Ghosts? Monsters? I've seen just blur. Okay. Karen sheep. That's where I am. Letter from J. Vandenberg. The one that I just read. And now I have a gun.
Hope I never have to use it. But something tells me I will.
Nice voice. To speak honestly, guys, actually, I've already played the game, but I'm trying to emulate the comments and the feelings and the jokes and impressions I had when I played it for the first time. Even more so because I didn't even finish it, so I will end up inevitably finishing it with you. So let's discover some things together, shall we? Now I have a folding camera. And now I know how to use the folding camera because I was not able before. Interactable. Weird banners. What does it say? It looks like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, Incipit Placidum sub libertate Oh, we ate them. And weird stuff. And girls. Girls with nice legs.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont, Monolith National Park is waiting for you. And this Oakmont Line, Oakmont Shipping Company Limited. I suppose I'm in this boat or in one of their boats. I like that I made myself at home. Gluing what movie? But the word escaped me. Sometimes I don't speak very well, and sometimes my memory is not that good. I'm only sure that this grammar thing actually is based on Conan the Barbarian, because Lovecraft and the author of Conan were like besties. The guys truly loved each other in a brotherly manner, right? And now there's someone here blocking my way. How are you? And just look how ingenious. The guy is wearing a life vest. That's how we say. Let's climb. And this guy over here is Johannes.
Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged,
I did.
Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
And the options are about my problem or wants to do with the city and nice suit. I apologize in advance if sometimes I keep crooking and craning myself to read. It's because the camera is just in front of the screen and there's nowhere else I can put it. I don't want to sound arrogant speaking about myself first, so...
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
The flood?
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Oh, I know.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, he does.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
What is he
Remarkable
like?
creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and a patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Oakmont University and several other institutions.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Especially because the hotel is no big deal.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Oh, and having this boat is providential.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you
What
fill your
else?
days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
I agree.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
I absolutely worry about that. So I have to find Robert Throckmorton. Actually, I know exactly where he is. First, let's check it out something. Yeah, as we all may see, the mood is drab and dreadful. It's dark, disheartening, bleak, derelict, whatever other adjectives you may need to describe something ran down, full of rot. Just look at that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not even sure if YouTube even accepts this kind of thing. Although this is, of course, just nature. That's what nature does. It corrupts, it rots, it decomposes, it festers. And it's natural, it's good. After all, it's the only way we get rid of all the trash of corpses.
I don't
Bad
care about your
food.
petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Well, yeah, for sure, Johannes was right about this point. Robert Throgmorton stands out from the crowd because he is half monkey. Well, I believe there's no need to point out how delicate and problematic are the racism and prejudice issues here. There's even a notice before the game starts. I didn't show it, but I will in the future. Soon, for sure. On the next chapter, perhaps. Because you see, it's a very integral part of H.P. Lovecraft's work, and it's a very integral part of this game too. That's so heavily based on his work, for sure. And I remember one short story, at least, that mentions that some ancestor of a very important family in Innsmouth had traveled to, I don't know, mysterious, exotic, far, far away galaxies, and he met someone who was, I was never sure if it was just a monkey or a monkey who could talk. Oh, by the way, I don't obviously refer to macaques, I refer to apes. But whatever, the word people use is monkey in the short stories and analyzing Lovecraft's work. So yeah, this guy who was a male sailor, actually a ship captain, making fortune in far, far away galaxies, and he met this person slash entity slash creature who is never really explained, and it's a monkey and it's a female somehow, and it's kind of magical, and obviously she is someone sentient, intelligent, and she speaks, or maybe not, but she married him and stuff. Therefore, we have Robert Throgmorton. He is weird. We must get used to him. There are other very, very weird people here. The Innsmouthers themselves. It will all be explained. Starting now.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Well, yeah, a pile of trouble is a nice way to describe it, because you see, we have white and black people here living communally. I'm not sure if I've seen any Asian persons, but there are white and black of several skin complexions, and we have the Throgmortons who are monkeys, and we have the Innsmouthers who are half fish, and their appearance is very, very noticeable. They even have gills on their necks. And as you can imagine, the other humans despise Throgmorton for being half monkey, despite he's human. And Throgmorton, who is despised, who people only respect because he's rich, he's a philanthropist, he's a patron of the arts and sciences, and he basically founded every important, modern, useful institution in town, and he basically owns the police. So yeah, the monkeys hate the fishes hate the people hate the fishes, and the fishes are just poor proletarians trying to work, and the monkey is a far-right guy, and he speaks exactly like Lovecraft used to refer to ethnic minorities, filthy, scum, etc. Those words are not my words. They are not my words. They are not representative of my thoughts, but this is a game. Let's go on following the game for entertainment, for curiosity, I don't know, for education perhaps. Let's not discuss the worst matters even before the fun starts. And I know I can talk about his face.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
And it's so hard to form an opinion about a guy, right? Because after all, he is a philanthropist, he is charitable, he is patron of the arts and founder of several extremely useful institutions. He dresses impeccably, he is very well cultured, very well read, well traveled, but he is a monkey. And he is a bigoted monkey. And it's so weird. But
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
give me.
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose?
Subtle, right?
Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
The guy is a smooth operator.
You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
I had understood it meant true. From Veritas. Whatever. More about
I
the
need
case.
to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
For some reason, I believe it's not far from the good graces of this guy. Especially because look at the kind of gangsters that surround and follow him. No, no. I always want to be on his good side. Okay, now it's time to put to use some of the game features or nothing will work. Photo of a trophy plate. Trophy plate with a strange fish. Looks very lifelike. Ugh. Yeah, on the first time I've played I was not able to understand that I had to picture the creature. I thought it was an item to be grabbed and I tried and I was not able to get closer and that's it. This is the main case and this first part is called First Welcome. Robert's request. Robert Throckmorton wants to find his son Albert, who went missing in the port after returning from an expedition to the sea. He was found barely conscious by a fisherman on the shore, who brought him to his house. The fisherman says that Albert was mentally afflicted and acted aggressively before disappearing. Robert arrived to investigate and is now standing in front of the house in question. Until he's found, Robert won't allow anyone to leave the port and he won't help me. Okay, to a room at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Johannes Vandenberg said that I need to find a person in the Oakmont port by the name of Robert Throckmorton. Supposedly he can help me with my visions. Now this is the letter that I already read. And yeah, we have this kind of mental maps called Mind Place, where we can infer conclusions doing deductions from evidence. We have that the Throckmorton and his mother feud. The Throckmortons and his mothers are in an ongoing feud, and Albert returned unstable. Albert Throckmorton behaved strangely after returning from the sea. He was mad, violent, and spoke gibberish. And they don't match. Nothing else for now. This is the poor fisherman.
I've said everything I know.
Will not help me at all, poor creature. Barefoot in this awful weather. But yeah, now I'm going after the boat. The boat they used to work and with which they brought Crazy Albert back to land. I suppose he was just floating in open sea.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Albert Throckmorton's Whale. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throckmorton and this is my whale. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor, unreadable, I fear that will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. Unreadable. He is here. Yeah, I suppose this paper was perhaps folded inside his pocket and fell on the... And this is the helmet he was wearing.
Gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Nothing noticeable yet, but...
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Are you sure this is the problem?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Yeah, I was told. Okay, let's go back to Throckmorton and see if he has anything to say about the evidence I already collected. And let's run for because I'm in a hurry.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Well, at least you recognized his red writing.
Bye.
And now it's time to explore the house. After I turn on the flashlight, I basically forget about its existence.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
I already like them. Dog people understand each other. Dog love is like a universal language. I always wonder if what's that inside is a photographic film.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Yeah, from a time when even very, very poor people, when they have an opportunity, they would read books. So now, for the case to work, we have to come to the case file, which is here. The case book, where we can explore some options about the quests and side quests. There are no side cases or completed cases yet. This is the first one, and it's the beginning of the main one, which has many parts. 10 or 11 if I'm not mistaken. I never got to the ending until now. Here about the lore. I took a picture of a trophy plate. Trophy plate with a strange fish. Looks very lifelike. Ugh. And about documents, Albert Throckmorton's will that I already read for you guys. In the case book we have the Froze to Welcome case, in which we have the Robert's request. Robert Throckmorton wants to find his son Albert, who went missing in the port after returning from an expedition to the sea. He was found barely conscious by a fisherman on the shore, who brought him to his house. The fisherman says that Albert was mentally afflicted and acted aggressively before disappearing. Robert arrived to investigate and is now standing in front of the house in question. Until he is found, Robert won't allow anyone to leave the port, and he won't help me. Here, my hotel room key. Here, Johan is telling me to go after Robert, and here, the letter from Johannes that I already read for us. And this is my mind place. A place where I supposedly can make kind of mental maps, but mind maps, yeah, but not exactly. It's not exactly mind maps, but like it. Okay, still there are no deduction possible to be made, but we have to separate informations that must be somehow matched with other statements to get to deductions. Throckmorton and his mother feud. The Throckmortons and his mothers are in an ongoing feud. Albert Throckmorton behaved strangely after returning from the sea. He was mad, violent, and spoke gibberish.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
So yeah, this cupboard was standing here before, supposedly. We don't have a means to know.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
And the tracking's going this direction.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Just imagine the fear of those people to have to deal with Albert and then Robert, considering that they know they hate them. But still, they had to do something to save the guy's life. So tell me what happened, or who are you? Yeah, who are you first?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. But
Who is
who's
this
Kay?
K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry,
Dear God. Okay. I guess.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened to
Do you know how
Paul?
Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Yeah, that's another situation about this game. Obviously, it's not just about a horror game, but it's a place very, very full of human pain and misery. Poverty, sickness, bereavement. You guys will say.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Because the police belongs to Throgmorton, let's be clear about it. Almost all institutions in town belong to Throgmorton, but the police, it's the most clear case.
Choo choo.
Oh, a motor train. Supplies? But it's amazing. It's not possible to not have anything for me. Well, actually it is possible. But not that much probable. So in the beginning of the game. And here I have to start using my mind's eye. Let's examine this pocket watch.
Trenna, Nehri, Grimnar Gimheil,
Yeah. Albert was dreaming.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Not at all.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, sometimes there are these shadow things trying to kill me because they come from my mind's vision, my place, whatever. So yeah, let's go to the portal. Something called the tear. Or tear, I suppose it's the tear. Because it's like a breakup from reality. And then we have to determine the sequence of events.
What's happening?
Yeah, the guy is clearly possessed by the old ones, and the fishermen are running in fear. And then...
Take this, ape face.
someone shot Albert.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Now we have to put things in sequence. And it's not hard. Actually, it's very rare for them to be
What's
hard.
happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
And now I'm realizing that having the cam in this position is very, very bad choice. Because I cannot see my health and sanity bar, so I'll have to make changes about them. I'll try something new. So now I'm expected to go after the geese book in the main place again. Will Hammond's testimony. Yeah, I'm reading all of this, guys, because inside the texts we find relevant information. Not only relevant information, sometimes very pointed information, and it's not possible to go ahead without the clues. Will Hammond, a fisherman, lives with 3 other colleagues, Barry Poe and Ann's mother, named Louis Flynn. Will told me that Barry found the unconscious Albert Throgmorton and brought him to their house before leaving to inform Robert Throgmorton. Albert woke up and started making horrible sounds. His hysteria seemed to spread to Will, who began to see visions similar to mine. When he recovered, he found Poe dead on the floor, and there was no trace of Albert or Lewis. He doesn't remember anything beyond that. A fisherman brought oh, okay. So yeah, this is the short version, and this is the long version. Much better like this, I guess. What do you guys think? Because now I can see my health bar and stuff.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
So now, about my place. Any conclusions? Wow, now there are a lot of hints. Hmm. The field. It's not possible to use this one. If I want to try some trial and error, yeah. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an innocent mother, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate him. Albert attacked the fisherman? And... Albert returned unstable and attacked the fisherman. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Albert spread hysteria around him. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. And this? I can track down Albert. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. And this is one of the many things, of course, that I am very curious about. He wants to get rid of his visions, but this supernatural sense is something natural to him or part of the visions? Does he want to get rid of it too? Only time will tell, I suppose. Okay, so now something about tracking them. Okay, give the information. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Follow them and find new evidence. Yeah, those shadow people and sometimes shadow animals. They're called omens. But I always forget that. Oh, by the way, it's time to load the gun. No, I don't remember if I'm gonna shoot someone. But gotta be ready, right? Yeah. And he threw himself from the window and now the omens are fighting the way. And as you can very well imagine, only I can see them. Nobody else. Oh, he was running. Despite being in an outer state and hurt, he was running.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, this is good for me. Following the rules. The guy really has some athletic prowess.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Or I suppose it has something to see with her, let's call it genetic inheritance. Yeah, my sanity level are going down the drain. This is the place, so maybe I can fix myself a break. Before I have a breakdown. Oh my god. I'm warning you people, my jokes are horrible. Yeah, they're dead and they're dead jokes. It. Well, at least the sanity bar feels fast. This is the place. If I remember well, it will be my first encounter with monsters. Oh, I'm so fascinated by products, packaging. for more times. I found something here, a pocket.
There's something in the pocket.
Just a pocket. How rare can it be for someone to find just a pocket? Bloodstained note. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. Yeah, literally underwater. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the first snooping about the board. Oh, the fuzzies. The Throgmortons, I'm sorry. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm so defensive of the Innsmothers as I am defensive of the Throgmortons. I prefer to look at their actions individually or as a group and not to judge them because of their ethnicity.
The blood is fresh.
Or origins.
Whoever it belongs to could not have got far.
Some blood drags on the floor. Padlocks and weak planks can be broken with a short or melee attack. Yeah, because now there's one here.
Budge.
And sadly, this is how it goes. Fortunately, the first ones I meet are kinda weak. Because I am very weak. I have no way to face them straight on. Oh man, poor you. No one deserves that.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
He was executed. I'm not even sure if he was executed after or before being hung. And what? Suspended. That's horrible. Now what? The bloodstained note, okay. The torn piece of jacket. Oh, it was a jacket pocket. Okay. Albert was murdered. I found the body of Albert Throgmorton in the basement of a warehouse not far from the fisherman's house. He was fatally shot in the head, impaled on hooks and then hidden. Yeah, this is the location of the warehouse. Now going to the main place. Albert fled when wounded. Lewis pursued Albert. Lewis may have wanted Albert dead outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. Lewis left the crime scene. And a bar owner is indebted to Lewis. Lewis may be at a bar. Lewis, the mother that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at a bar in Oakmont Port. I don't remember where. What else about the casebook? Yeah. The bar. I would have to go to the bar. And another dead creature here, but this one I didn't kill. Sorry, man. Can't do anything for you right now besides calling your father and explaining the situation. I would bring you down if I could, but I'm not allowed. Now already we don't know if it's night or day. This game has no proper time running specifics. Clocks work, but not actually. So on and so forth. Let's save it. Just in case.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
You had no way to know.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My father.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes. Make him beg for mercy.
Fisherman in Lewis.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Nyah. Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
And yeah, now started difficult decisions to make. Oh, there's are some methods here that I have to find. Don't know why. Well, it's good that at least the map shows us that.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
They are dog people after all. It's nice. I am a dog person.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Yeah, those fishermen guys. They are fishing because of desperation, but none of them, not all of them, were fishermen initially, or for choice. Which also doesn't mean that I am mocking or minimizing real fishermen. They can be so good or bad. about something as any other people. What? I'm not seeing. Oh, this one. A family photograph. An handsome other guy, and now we know how they look like. An handsome other guy with a white girl, and their handsome other
So
baby.
that's what an Innsmouther looks like.